Hi there, welcome to Civisitas, the channel that tells you important things about the places you visit. Because if you understand where you are, it is easier to admire the place where you are. In this video, I will tell you about the magical town of San Pedro Tlaquepaque in Jalisco. San Pedro Tlaquepaque is a magical town in the state of Jalisco, close to Guadalajara, capital of the same state, and now attached to the metropolitan area of Guadalajara. By car, and depending on the amount of vehicular traffic, it can be reached in about 30 minutes from the center of Guadalajara to the municipal seat of San Pedro. Although it arose in pre-Hispanic times and was located at a certain distance and independent from Guadalajara, the growth of the urban area has incorporated into the city in such a way that it is not easy to distinguish when the municipality of Guadalajara ends and when that of San Pedro Tlaquepaque. Tlaquepaque can be translated as place on the mud hills, which clearly justifies his further trade. The settlement in Tlaquepaque dates back to the pre-Hispanic times, when the town settled there belonged to the dominion of Queen Sigualpili, heir to the kingdom of Nahuatl and Zapotec origin of Toltec descent. At that time, the spoken language was Nahuatl, of the Coca and Tecuexe variant. The Spanish settled in Tonalá, so some indigenous people moved to Tlaquepaque. Until 15th century, there were very few inhabitants, approximately 100, as the number of inhabitants had been reduced by the mortality caused by the epidemics. During the colony, some of its most important buildings began their construction, highlighting the two temples, Nuestra Señora de la Soledad and the parish of San Pedro. The parish was named after Fray Antonio de Segovia, and this dedication will become part of the place. The first big houses were built in the second half of the 18th century, when some Spaniards began to build their summer houses in this place. Already in the 19th century, on June 13, 1821, General Pedro Celestino Negrete signed the adherence to the Iguala Plan, which added to the consummation of independence. Also, during the Reform Wars, many inhabitants of Guadalajara were given asylum, who suffered the siege of the city. Also, in this 19th century, several important buildings were built, such as Parian and El Refugio, the shelter, in the last third of the century. The wealthy families of Guadalajara mainly visited Tlaquepaque for relatively short periods, staying in their summer homes. At this time, the Guadalajara-Tlaquepaque tram was also installed. Thanks to the beauty of the historic center and its long pottery tradition, it was named a magic town on October 11, 2018. From the downtown area of Guadalajara, You can take tourist trucks to Tlaquepaque, which leave every hour. The tourist area is mainly made up of the Juarez streets, the Independence Walkway, the Morelos Street from the west, the Niños Héroes Avenue to the Carrillo Puerto Street to the east, although it extends a little more to include the Cultural Center on the Refuge, some museums and some historic mansions. Some point of interest can be the Artisan Bridge, the gateway to the municipality, and the dry pile, where one of the legends arises. It is reached from Avenida Marcelino García Barragán, also known as Boulevard Tlaquepaque. The parish of San Pedro. Temple of Our Lady of Solitude. El Refugio, the shelter. The Big House. El Parián. The Hidalgo Garden. The Municipal Presidency. The Craftsman's House. The Regional Ceramic Museum. The Benito Juárez Municipal Market. If you liked the video, subscribe and remember to like it.